Today, I'm going to simulate what it would be like to raise Lugia as a real-life pet. A legendary Pokémon that lives deep in the ocean and can create storms just by moving. And the scary part? Lugia doesn't need to attack to be dangerous. It just needs to exist. But right now, it's not even a Pokémon yet. It's just an egg. The egg was bigger than I expected. Smooth, cold. Not freezer cold, ocean cold. Most of the time, it didn't move. But every few minutes, the air around it felt heavier. Once, the lights flickered. Another time, the water in a tank across the room rippled. The egg wasn't even hatched yet, and the environment was already reacting to it. So instead of a normal incubator, I built a controlled chamber with humidity control, saltwater mist, and sound dampening. Because if Lugia communicates through pressure, noise could influence it. After hours of silence, the egg cracked. Not like a bird, like a fault line. And a baby Lugia fell into my hands. Tiny wings, soft body, huge eyes. It didn't look dangerous, but when it fell asleep, the water nearby started moving on its own. That's when I realized, if this is Lugia as a baby, what happens when it grows? With legendary Pokémon, mistakes aren't allowed. Too little water makes them unstable. Too much water makes disasters. So I built a hybrid habitat with a deep saltwater pool, a dry resting platform, pressure release systems, and emergency drainage. Everything reinforced. Because if this failed, it wouldn't stop at the tank. When Lugia entered the habitat, its behavior changed instantly. Its posture lifted. Its movements became confident. For the first time, Lugia wasn't reacting to the environment. The environment was reacting to Lugia. I started with a gentle water current. Lugia stared at the moving water and didn't move. Then the current slowed and stopped perfectly, like the ocean had been told to calm down. Next, I tested air movement. A small fan created a light breeze. Lugia lifted one wing, and the breeze disappeared. Not blocked, canceled. For a moment, the room felt like it forgot how to breathe. This wasn't instinct. This was authority. Feeding Lugia was strange. It preferred fish, but only moving fish. Like it wasn't just eating food, it was consuming motion. After meals, Lugia swam slow circles, and each day it grew. Longer wings, stronger body, calmer eyes. It wasn't a baby anymore. It was becoming a legendary. Eventually, Lugia outgrew its habitat, so I moved it to a reinforced coastal bay with weather monitors, emergency alarms, and reinforced walls. Because if Lugia panicked, the sky would notice. The moment Lugia entered the ocean, clouds began forming overhead. Slowly, quietly, like the atmosphere woke up. Lugia looked up, and the clouds shifted direction, following its gaze. That's when I understood something terrifying. Lugia doesn't control storms. Storms follow Lugia. Then I made a mistake. I increased the wave generator slightly. The water started churning. Lugia froze. The ocean began vibrating. The air pressure dropped, and the sky darkened instantly. Lightning flashed far out at sea. Lugia wasn't reacting anymore. It was amplifying the storm. I shut everything down and opened the emergency pressure release. Water surged out, and Lugia finally calmed. The sky cleared. But now I knew the truth. If Lugia ever loses control, storms won't be the disaster. Lugia will be. To survive the real world, Lugia needed battle experience. So we staged a controlled fight. A strong water Pokémon attacked. Lugia didn't roar or charge. It simply lifted its wings, and the entire wave collapsed flat. The opponent was thrown back without being touched. Lugia doesn't fight like a Pokémon. It fights like a natural disaster with a heartbeat. Weeks passed and Lugia grew fast. Birds stopped flying near the bay. Fish stopped approaching. Even the wind felt cautious. One morning, Lugia rose from the ocean and flew. As it climbed, clouds formed around it like armor. That's when I realized, Lugia isn't a pet. It's a guardian of sea and sky. And the scariest part? It was completely calm, which means it doesn't need anger to change the world. Only a decision. Because one day, Lugia won't live in a facility. It will be over oceans, coastlines, and cities. And if Lugia ever decides the world needs to be quiet, the sky will obey. Next time we test Lugia in open waters, where there are no walls, no emergency drains, and no second chances. Subscribe, because once Lugia claims the sky, you don't stop the storm, you survive it.